That boy is skiing. Yo, man, yo. Running them slow.
Yo, 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 what's up, everyone? What's up? What's up? What's up? Cosplayzano says, hey, first, what's up, Cosplay? How you doing, bro? How you doing? Glad to see you here. Another episode. Today's episode 61, Horror Talk Wednesdays. Cosplayzano, how's your Wednesday going, bro? My Wednesday's going good, bro. It's just hot as all hell here in Los Angeles right now, bro. It's supposed to be winter, but it's hot as hell. But I'm not complaining, though. How's your Wednesday, bro? Praise says, what up? What up, Praise? How you doing? Glad to see you here again as well, bro. Please smash. Anyone who hasn't smashed a thumbs up, please smash a thumbs up, guys. Anyone who hasn't smashed a thumbs up yet, smash a thumbs up so we can get it up to 20 as soon as possible. Apple Reiki says, love the reel you did. You did it justice. You should do more soon. Oh, the Billy Loomis reel I did? Yeah, that was pretty cool, right? I was testing out some costumes because I kind of want to do a Scream 96 fan film eventually when those Gen 1s are re-released. So I was just trying to see how it would look, you know? That would be pretty cool, bro. Yeah. Thank you, man. Apple Ricky says, oh, guys, I have an update on my Five Nights at Freddy fan film. What is it? What is it, Apple Ricky? Praise says, nice. Jose Gomez says, hello, Frank. I'm eating about 100 pupusas. That sounds good, bro. Pupusas are good as hell, man. Pupusas are good as hell, bro. Hey, smash the thumbs up. Yeah, Jose, if you haven't. Everyone, please keep smashing the thumbs up. Let's get it up to 20 as soon as possible. Let me see. Coslizano says, like, subscribe, and keep it hard. Coslizano says, Spring. Apple Ricky, tell us about it if you don't mind. Praise says, yeah. Praise says, we love to hear about it. Yeah, tell us, Apple Ricky, what's going on with your fan film. Let us know. Coslizano says, what's a great horror franchise in the mid-2000s? Great horror franchise in the mid-2000s. Let me see. I should know this, bro. Good horror franchise in the mid-2000s. The Saw, that was probably the best horror franchise that was out. Saw, bro. They were just dropping movie after year every Halloween from like 2004 to like about, I don't know, I want to say maybe like 2009-ish, 2012-ish probably. That's I think like when they stopped dropping Saw movies for a while. But yeah, I would say Saw. Cosplayzano, I would say Saw is probably the best horror franchise of the 2000s that actually had a bunch of installments. You know, it wasn't just like the remake era. You know, where it was just a remake. Now Saw was actually a episodic movie franchise. You know, so it's Saw. Castellano says, Frank, I'm digging the shirts. Badass on you. Thanks, man. Misfits and a mechanic shirt. Hell yeah. I love mechanic shirts, bro. In my band, this is what I be wearing. I'm going to try to make these popular again with my band. These mechanic shirts. Aparegi says, ordered the Spring Bonnie suit. Yeah, yesterday I cleaned my puppet, fixed him up, got actors, got the costumes, a fake knife, spray blood, and all I need is 5 children. Awesome, yeah. Now you just need your group of kids, right? Now you just need your group of kids that are gonna be the characters. Yeah, you got it pretty much, Apple Ricky. I'm telling you, it gets easier as you go. You just gotta be confident, you know, and like. And the thing about movies and music is you got to learn to be really charismatic, you know? So if something doesn't work out with someone, you're not so easily, you know, offended or anything, you know? You got to have thick skin, you know what I mean? Because there'll be people that are going to be like, yeah, I could do this. And then they're going to be like, no, I can't, you know? Same thing with music, you know? You got to learn to always be disappointed, pretty much, you know? You always got to learn to be disappointed. But eventually, once you get a good group of people, a team, stick to that team, you know? Stick to that team because they're the ones who are going to help you. Castellano says, my Wednesday blessed, but I'll be returning early next week. That's awesome, bro. Hell yeah, Cosplayzano. Hey, Cosplay, are you still on vacation? Are you still on vacation, Cosplayzano? Let us know, bro. Let us know. Are you still on vacation? I don't think I've seen you post stories on your, well, yeah, you do post stories, but I haven't seen you like posting out and about that much. Are you still on vacation? Twisted Emo says, yo, what's up, Twisted Emo? How you doing? How you doing, Twisted Emo? Glad to see you here on the channel. Another episode of Horror Talk Wednesdays. Today's episode 61, guys. Today we're going to theorize more on Scream 7, bro. We're going to theorize on Mr. Stu coming back. We're only like 4 weeks away from the movie coming out. The Mighty Sparrow says, hey, Frank, how you doing, Mighty Sparrow? How you doing, bro? Glad to see you here again as well. Another episode of Horror Talk Wednesdays, episode 61, bro. Please smash the thumbs up. Yeah, Mighty Sparrow? Get us up to 15, please, bro, so more people could join us here. And let us know how your weekend or your week was going, bro. Everyone, let me know how your week is going so far. It's almost the weekend again. Let me know how your week is going so far. Lloyd Frontera H4S retracted his message. Oh, what's up, Lloyd? Why'd you retract your message, bro? But if you're new here, welcome to Hollywood Horror Film Club. My name is Frank. Today's Horror Talk Wednesdays, episode 61. Please like and subscribe to the channel if you're a horror movie fan. Smash the thumbs up. Apple Ricky says, I'm playing Charlotte Emily, the soul that possessed the puppet, and Henry, Emily's daughter. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, I forgot. You told me that you're going to be one of the actors as well, huh? You're going to be directing, so let me get this straight, Apple Ricky. You're going to be acting, directing, and framing shots? Damn. I could only do 2 of those jobs. The Mighty Sparrow says, how are you doing? I'm doing good, bro. I'm doing good. Just another week here on the channel, another episode. You know what I mean, bro? It's hot as hell here in LA, but I'm doing good, bro. Everything's going good so far. What about you, Mighty Sparrow? Twisted says, so I screen recorded the death scenes from my Hard Eyes Kill Count video, and they didn't say, so I had to screen record them again. Oh, it's all good, bro. No worries. You just got to screen record them. It's not like you got to go and reshoot the scenes, you know? That's just a screen recording, bro. So you're all good, Twisted Emo. You're all good. Just go and screen record it again, you know? It's not like you got to go out there again and shoot the scenes. Atomic Cow 10 says, hello. What's up, Atomic Cow 10? I see you got a Ghostface mask, huh? I got a lot of Ghostface stuff, too, in my room. I'll probably show you in a bit if you continue here on the live with us throughout the whole show. But yeah, what's up, Atomic Cow? If you're new here to the channel, welcome to Hollywood Horror Film Club. My name is Frank. Today is Horror Talk Wednesdays, episode 61. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Smash the thumbs up right there, please, so more people could join us here on the live stream. Castellano says, in your opinion, what's the best horror franchise in the 70s, 80s, and 90s? Damn, in my opinion, huh? In my opinion, the best horror franchise is the 70s, 80s, and 90s. I would say probably the best. I'm gonna say Jaws is probably the best 70s horror-ish franchise, even though like it concluded in the 80s, but it did start in the 70s though, Jaws. But yeah, I would say Jaws is the best like 70s-ish kind of like a horror franchise. And then damn, they got a whole influx of messages right now. And then for the 80s would probably be Friday the 13th. I'm assuming probably Friday the 13th. I'm gonna say because yeah, Halloween and Nightmare on Elm Street was out at that time as well. But I felt like Friday the 13th, Jason was bigger in the 80s. You know, because Michael didn't have an official return until 1988. You know, in Halloween 4. You know, so I would say Jason was probably the biggest. In the 90s, I would say Scream. I would say Scream was the 90s best horror franchise. So the 70s, I would say Jaws. 80s, I would say Friday the 13th. And 90s, I would say Scream. The Mighty Sparrow says, have you seen anything new? I haven't seen any new movies lately. I'm waiting for The Strangers Chapter 3 this Friday. The Strangers Chapter 3 this Friday, bro. Pursuer says, by the way, it's me, second channel. Just changed my PF. Oh, yeah. I forgot, bro. I think you told us last week. How you doing, Pursuer? How you doing? Glad to see you again on the channel, bro. Yeah, you're always changing your name in your PFP. That's how I always get confused and think it's someone new. It's all good, bro. Please smash the thumbs up. Yeah, Pursuer? Cosplayzano says, you should definitely do more cosplay reels because you nailed it, bro. Thank you so much, bro. Yeah, I plan on doing more Billy Loomis stuff. I feel like I could play Billy Loomis. I just gotta let my hair grow out a bit more up to like my eyes a bit because it's still kind of short. But yeah, bro, I plan on doing more Billy Loomis reels. Like I'm telling you, one of my other brothers kind of looks like Stu as well. So I'm maybe planning on trying to look for a girl who kind of looks like Sydney. Maybe doing some reels or possibly even, like I said, a Scream 96 fan film. If I'm able to find a chick that looks like Sydney, and if I'm able to like find a house with a big enough like a living room and stuff to shoot some scenes. Apple says the first fan film does good. I might think about doing a sequel part 2. That's awesome. I'm pretty sure it'll do good. Fan films usually do great, honestly, especially when you add the word the keyword fan film at the title. It helps to get views. Costizano says, yeah, I'm still on a vacation. Oh, awesome, bro. Awesome. I didn't know. Costizano says, until next week. All right, cool, bro. Yeah, I hope you have a safe trip back, man. Justinimo says, I made a Halloween fan film called Halloween Massacre, and I even had kids in my neighborhood be trick-or-treaters. I played Michael, and my aunt and uncle were going to be victims until we stopped. Why'd you stop? Twisted Emo? Pursuer says, hi, Twisted Emo. Twisted Emo says it was canceled. But why was it canceled, man? Aporeke says, I at least need 3 boys and 2 girls to play Gabriel, Jeremy, Susie, Fritz, and Cassidy. Yeah, you're in high school, bro. It should be easy to find other kids. Rodriguez Diana said, hi, what's up, Rodriguez Diana? How you doing? Welcome to Hollywood Horror Film Club. If you're new here, my name is Frank. Today is Horror Talk Wednesdays, episode 61. Please like and subscribe to the channel. If you're a horror fan, smash the thumbs up right there, please. Get us up to 16 so more people can join us here on the channel. And let us know what your favorite scary movie is, Diana Rodriguez. Prey says, I want to be an actor for a fan film because I think I do good, especially as like the main... especially as the main villain or just one of the main characters because I'm just about that life. That's awesome, bro. That's awesome, man. If you live closer, I will definitely have you in one of my fan films, have you play one of the killers and stuff, you know? Maybe one day in the future, bro, or look around your neighborhood. Try to see if there's YouTubers, horror YouTubers around where you live, you know what I mean? And right there you could get involved in stuff. Just try to find YouTubers in your local area that are there. Or start going to conventions, start going to horror conventions, and that's where you'll start meeting other YouTubers that are local in your area, and that's how you can start getting involved in that scene, you know. Coslezano said, I wasn't even involved in the movie scene at all. I was involved in the music scene, but then I just started doing movies, and I kind of just fell into the movie stuff. But yeah, let me see. Tosanimo says, I am a clan leader now, by the way. I only go to clan members, though. What? That's crazy. A clan member? That's crazy. I got a clan member here. I am a clan leader now, by the way. I only go to clan members, though. Oh, okay. I get you. Casezano says, I saw your story on Insta, and the club looks so lit. Yeah, bro, that's where me and my friends be at. Usually Fridays and Mondays and stuff. You know, that's where we hang out. Aporeki says, do you think I should have the scene where it burns down and the souls go to heaven? Yeah, why not? Yeah, if you're able to afford to shoot a scene like that, I'd say go for it. The Mighty Sparrow says, have you seen a movie from last year called Weapons? Yes, I haven't seen it, but I've seen some clips of it on YouTube, and I've seen the trailer, and I've heard about it. I haven't seen it, though. Personally, I haven't sat down and watched it yet, though, so I can't say I've seen it. Praise says, I think you should. That would be cool. That would be cool, right? Praise the Pursuer says, has anyone here heard of Bugsnax? No, I have not heard of that. What is that? What is Bugsnax? Praise says, nope. Pursuer says, wait, I was here last week. I think you were. Remember, Pursuer, you were. I think you were last week because you told me that you changed your PF profile picture. Remember that you always keep switching channels. Remember? You probably don't remember, but I remember, bro. You could go to my stream for last week and just try to find it. It should be there. But yeah, I remember you were here last week. You were telling me that, oh yeah, I always change my PFP and stuff, and like I'd be switching channels. That's why I'd be confused sometimes if you're a new person here. Castellano says, I still gotta see Welcome to Derry. Heard it's worth watching. Yes, it's really good. I only got to see the first episode, bro. So I haven't had time to actually sit down and watch it. Tomorrow I'll be shooting a scene for Halloween Ends as well. So maybe I'll try my best to watch some of it after the stream. Twisted Emo said, I gotta make another film someday. I plan on making a Jason fan film, a Michael fan film, and a Pride Month slasher film. But never made those. That's cool, bro. Do it, man. Do it. Fan films are easy to do. Well, I mean, they're hard to cast. I'm gonna be honest. They're hard to cast. But once you got your cast, that's all easy. Filming it is easy. But yeah, to me, the hardest thing is casting it. That's the hardest thing. But once you got your film casted, everything else is easy. The camera work, the effects, all that is easy after. The editing, all that's easy. Pursuer says, I love buttons. I love buttons. That's cool. Then smash the thumbs up button if you love buttons, Pursuer. Castellano says, you definitely can be Billy Loomis, especially with the hairstyle. Yeah, maybe not right now. Maybe not right now because I look like crap. I haven't, shaved or like styled my hair, or, taking a shower. But definitely when I take a shower and do my hair, yeah, I could definitely play Billy Loomis. Yeah, I've gotten that a lot. I've gotten that a lot for a long time. I've gotten that, bro. I've gotten that. Trust me, a lot of girls have told me that growing up. At the nightclub where I hang out, I've gotten that a lot as well. Yeah, everyone. Yeah, especially wait till you see my brother. Hey, Cosplayzano, wait till you see my brother. I think before we do a fan film, I think I might just do a cosplay with my brother for Instagram and a reel, just so you guys can see how much he looks like Stu, bro. Oh, dude, I like with the khaki sweater, the blood and all that. Dude, the only thing is that he has stretchers in his ears. That's the only thing that's gonna throw off the character vibe, is that my brother has those like African stretchy things in his ears, But other than that, my brother Ralph, he's like pale white like Stu. Billy Loomis was light skinned, but in some scenes he looked kind of tannish. Skeet Ulrich himself nowadays is not that white anymore. He's kind of tan himself, So yeah, I could definitely be Billy. Prey says, Pursuer, the goober. The goober? I thought I said the gooner. The goober. Please refrain from using foul languages as we would like to keep it clean. Yeah, bro. Yeah, hey, you guys, don't say any like weird like words and stuff like that, like adult stuff. There's a lot of kids that watch the stream and I don't want to end up getting like canceled or on someone's video, like, oh, look all this shit these kids talk on this guy's stream. So just try to keep it like PG, bro. Keep it PG. I don't mind if you say the B word, that's like whatever. But if you guys like start talking like weird adult stuff, nah, keep it chill on that, man. Okay, okie dokie. Yeah, guys, come on. Pursuer says, well, I'm gonna go disappear into the void. All right, bro, I'll see you in a bit if you come back. The Mighty Sparrow says there is a bit of issue with your audio. Is there? Yeah, I gotta get a microphone soon eventually. I was trying to put up the volume. Hey guys, give me a second, all right? I'm gonna go put this link in my Instagram. I'll be back. Give me a second. Don't go anywhere. All right, we are back. Let's keep smashing that thumbs up right there, guy. Twisted Emo says movie props. Like Scream 5 masks are all in some landfill somewhere. You think so? I don't think so. What? This one says that movie props from like Scream 5 are like in a landfill somewhere. Nah,
that's too new.
Nah. Because I've looked online. Because sometimes you could buy these movie props, and I've looked online at auctions, and I've seen a few of the knives that they used in Scream 5. Nah, bro, that stuff isn't a vault.
Some stuff the actors and the workers gonna take home.
Yeah, that's true. Like I saw Melissa Barrera. She did a video last week of. Hold on, wait up. Classic, right? Every time you're gonna say something, a freaking ambulance passes. That's classic. But yeah, I saw a video last week of Melissa Barrera. She gives like a tour of her house. You know what's crazy? For like a rich person, her house is like, it's like pretty humble. I thought she was gonna have some like mansion type stuff. But yeah, that's besides the point. But yeah, she has like this, she has her own private screening theater in her house. and she has one of the aged Ghostface masks from Scream 6. You really think that stuff's gonna be in landfills? Hell nah. They give it to the actors or the crew and stuff. Some stuff stays in the vaults for a few years until they decide to sell it to the Hollywood prop store, you know what I mean? And then resell it to a collector for more. Yeah, because I've seen a lot of the Scream 5 props are actually up for auction on the internet. Look, let's check it out right now quick. Let me see. But yeah, let me see. Twist. Praise says, bro, I can't. I'm only 11. It's all good, bro. When you get older, man. When you get older, I'll still be here making movies, bro. No worries. Cosplayzano says, what's everyone's favorite horror crush? My favorite horror crush. Who was my favorite horror crush? Honestly, my favorite horror crush growing up was probably Nancy Thompson, bro, from Nightmare on Elm Street. From the first Nightmare, man. The first Nightmare on Elm Street, Nancy Thompson. She was just cute, bro. You don't see natural cute girls like that anymore, bro. That was like my first crush right there in a horror movie. Vaporegi says, hopefully it'd be raining at night while I'm at Chuck E. Cheese for Charlotte Emily's scene. That's awesome. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, it's gonna look cool. Make sure you go at night when the lighting is all cool and stuff. You know how Chuck E. Cheese has that lighting outside? Kind of like that classic 80s lighting. OG Wicked Milk says, what's good? What's good, Wicked Milk? How you doing, bro? How you doing? Glad to see you here on the channel, bro. Another episode of Horror Talk Wednesdays, episode 61, Wicked Milk. How's your week? How's your week growing, bro? How's your week going? Let us know in the chat, bro. Please smash the thumbs up. Yeah, Wicked? Get us up to 16, please, Wicked Milk. Get us up to 16, bro, please, so more people could join us here in the live chat. Twisted Emo says, Scream 5 was filmed around 2020 or 2021. I don't know, and because of COVID, they had to dispose all the Ghostface masks and costumes that the actors wore. Yeah, I did hear somewhere that they did throw away some robes, but I don't know about the masks, though. I don't know about the masks, because I saw this video also of this one lady that, like, she got some masks from the set. And also Nate Reagan, the guy Nate Reagan who has Screen 4 stuff, and he's like an insider for this for like Fun World. Nate Reagan. If you guys know about horror movies and Ghostface stuff, you guys know who Nate Reagan is here on YouTube, bro. He's that one dude and his little son. They have a channel together. He had a Scream 2022 mask as well that was gifted to him from production. So, I mean, it's possible that they probably could have thrown some away, but I don't know, bro, because since Scream 2022 came out, I've seen a few people that own production masks from Scream 2022. I forgot what the lady's name is, but she's like an older lady. She collects Scream stuff as well, you know? And Nate Reagan, he had a Scream 2022 mask as well in his collection. But it's possible, bro. It's possible. Praise says, Wicked Milk. What's up, brother? Nice to see you on another stream. Wolf says, what's good, Hollywood Horror Film Club? What's up, Wolf? How you doing, Wolf? And I'm hungry like a wolf. Have you heard that song by Duran Duran? Hey, Wolf, what's up, man? How you doing, bro? Welcome to another episode of Horror Talk Wednesdays, episode 61, man. Hey, can you please smash the thumbs up, Wolf? Please, anyone who hasn't smashed the thumbs up, please get us up to 16, please, guys, so more people could join us here on the stream. Wicked Milk says, what's good, homie? How you been? OG Wicked Milk, thumbs up. No, Devil Horns, I mean. Justin Emo says, only 2 screen-used Ghostface masks are still around. You see, that's what I mean. And I know Nate Reagan has one still. Let me see, Scream 2022 props. Look, check it out. Here's some Scream 2022 props. Look. Look, you see? I need to dim my light a bit. Damn, dude, these things. These things are annoying, bro. All right, look, you see? Check it out. Look, they got the knife. Oh, you see, look. They got the knife from Scream 2022. Oh, it's already sold. Hey, how much is this? How much did it sell for?
2,800.
Yeah?
No, 2,880.
Is that a lot?
Basically $3,000.
Yeah? Look at that, guys.
Plus the shipping, they probably paid $3K.
Look at that, guys. That's the knife from Scream 2022. It's sold for how much again? 3,000.
Basically 3,000.
3,000. 3K basically. They basically played 3K. I'm gonna buy a screen use prop one day. Watch. One day.
Cause you gotta add in like the shipping.
Yeah.
It's like another $60.
I remember some fool had one of those similar knives up on his website, and I asked him how much you selling it for, and he's like, not for sale. I was like, Look, guys, you see, look, here's more Scream 2022 props. Look at that, the phone. Look, it's that phone, Jenna Carpenter. The phone Jenna Carpenter uses to smack Richie Kirsch in the face. Jack Quaid. Remember when she's in the hospital scene in Scream 5? When Richie comes in, is like, oh, Sam told me to come get you, or whatever the hell he says. I don't even remember. There's that, like, it's like a foam phone that they used to smack the actor in the face with. They got that. Let me see, did this sell already? No, I don't think this one's sold already. No one's even bought this one yet. That's crazy. But I'm pretty sure they want a gang for it. That's why they haven't bought it. Look, this is Nate Reagan. That's Nate Reagan. He has a Scream 2022 mask. A screen used one. That's him. That's the guy I'm talking about. He owns one of the Scream 2022 masks. Look, check it out. And here they have another one. PropStoreAuction.com. Look, the PropStoreAuction.com. Come on. Look, the PropStoreAuction.com. Lot 315 Scream 5 2022 Ghostface mask. That's from the movie. Damn. Look, what's the estimate? $1,000?
Hell nah, that's just like $10,000 to $15,000. $10,000 to $15,000.
Damn, dude, look at that. How much they want for the mask?
Whole mask with the robe hood.
Dude, literally, these are like the masks that we could just buy from fun, but it's because it's screen used and shit. That's why the value goes up. Look how much they want for it, though, bro. Damn. Not even the actors got to keep this one, you know? That's what's crazy. Those fools are probably like, I don't want to pay that. That's crazy. So, yeah, there's a few masks out there from Scream 5 still circulating. There's a few masks out there. I need to buy this. This is pretty... Oh, I seen it cheaper on Etsy, though, but I got to buy the voice changer. I really got to get the voice changer. But, yeah, there's a few Scream 2022 props out there. Tostadimo says, okay. Caslezano says, I have an unorthodox film in mind. What is it, Caslezano? What is your unorthodox film? Well, what is that film called? Praise says, great, bro. What about you? Who are you talking to? Me or Cosplay? Okay, Cosplayzano. Tostadimo says, in 2023, Spirit did a themed display called Spirit Hollow Cemetery, which back in the early 2010s, they had a theme display called Spirit Hollow Cemetery so they can recreate old theme displays. That's awesome. They should bring that back, bro. They should bring back that same. Yeah, I remember what you're talking about. Yeah, I remember going to Spirit Halloween back like in 2010, 2011, 2012. It was big then, but it feels like it's bigger now for some reason. I don't know why. It's more conglomerate now, I think. But yeah, I remember that. They should really bring back the cemetery displays. They looked cool. I remember sometimes they would have fog and stuff back in like 15 years ago. Aporeki says, I might have a sad ending. That's awesome. A sad ending is good because it's gonna keep the audience like on edge, you know? You could even conjure up a sequel. Tostadimo says in 2025 they recreated the 2015 subway theme display and called it Madison Square Park. That's cool. That's actually pretty creative. Madison Square Park. Alcezano says, we never had a gay or lesbian killer in a horror film. I think it'd be interesting story arc. Yeah, that would be cool. I wouldn't mind. Just do anything new, you know? Just do anything new as long as it's just killing people and stuff. You know, I don't care about the gender or their what is it, their orientation. I don't care about that, bro. As long as we could just write a good slasher with a cool mask and costume, I'm cool with that. I honestly thought Mindy from Scream, this new Scream trilogy, I thought she could have been possibly, you know, like the first LGBT killer Ghostface, but it didn't turn out that way. Because in Scream 5, Mindy like gave me really like suspect vibes, bro. Because at this point, think about it like this. At this point in Scream, anyone who knows the rules is subject to be the most suspicious. Because you know how to go around the rules, you know? You study the rules more than anyone. That's something Ghostface would do, you know? So I honestly believe, because Mindy was like the rule expert, and she was giving major like suspicious vibes in Scream 5 especially, you know? So I honestly thought there was a possibility she was going to be like the first LGBT character slasher, you know, in a Scream movie. But no, they did it. You know, they played it too safe. They wanted to have a new group like in the Scream, an original Scream series, you know, and they could have done something good with that, you know, because she could have been a dope ass killer, Mindy. I honestly thought she could have been a great killer. But yeah, bro. But if anything, we'll just make that ourselves and cash in on that ourselves, you know. But yeah, definitely that would have worked in Scream. Twisted Emo says next year they gotta recreate the farm display theme from 2018. Yeah, I remember that one. The farm display. I think they had like scarecrows and stuff like that. Yeah, I remember that. Like all like farm theme stuff, you know, horror farm theme. Display theme. Every time I see a video or images of that theme display, it gives me so much nostalgia. Yeah, bro. Yeah. Looking back now myself, yeah, I remember 2018 was a different time, bro. 2018, even though like we still live in the same earth and stuff, but it just feels like I don't know, bro. It just feels like we like traveled into the future, you know, or something. But yeah, 2018 was a different time, bro. I wasn't even streaming yet back then. I should have started back then. I would have been like pretty famous by now, maybe. I don't care about that. Wicked Milk says, bro, I think Art the Clown might be bi or something. Who knows, bro? Who knows, man? Who knows? I don't know though. He seems kind of straight to me though, because he always kills like very attractive women, you know? And he doesn't discriminate. He kills men and women equally pretty much, you know? I think Art just might be anti-human, you know? I think Art the Clown is a misanthrope. What is that word again? What is it called? Misanthrope? A misanthropist. I think Art the Clown is like a misanthropist. He just doesn't like humans at all. Because I think there's like, supposedly they're hinting that pale girl might be his daughter. That's what some rumors are saying like about a year or so ago, that the pale girl might be his daughter. That's why he sees her in his visions, because he's haunted by murdering her or something like that, you know? Wolf says, Cosplay Zano, Nurse 3D has one. That's one example. That's awesome, Wolf. That's awesome. Wicked Milk says, you think so? No, Cosplay Zano says, OG Wicked Milk, you think so? I mean, I don't know, bro. I mean, it's possible. Anything is possible, you know? But, I mean, like, from what I've seen, Art looks like he might be, like straight, or just what is that word that's so hard to pronounce? Misanthropist. Or misanthrope, or whatever. But yeah, he just doesn't like humans, probably. Apple Ricky says, I might say one of the lines she says in the games, I recognize you, but I'm not afraid of you. Not anymore. That's good. That's good. Make sure you get it in a shot. Okay, so that kind of line, Apple Ricky, let me see. I recognize you, but I'm not afraid of you. No, I'm not afraid of you. Not anymore. That line will be perfect if we get a shot first from behind you, or from behind the actor first, and says the first part of the line. And then we cut to a shot, kind of like a close-up, but only the eyes, and then the actor reciting the last part. But I'm not afraid of you. Not anymore. You know, that'll be cool. I could picture that scene working out like that. Where we see the first shot of the first half of the sentence from behind them, and then we see the close-up, or maybe a front shot, upper torso shot of the actor saying the line with the character behind them, you know? That's how I picture that. Cosplay Zano says, Wolf, never knew that. Twisted Emo says, Cosplay Zano, the killer design I thought of in my Pride Month slasher film is he would wear a black hoodie with a dark blue hood, a rainbow mask, and everything else he wears all black. That sounds cool. Remember they had a rainbow LGBT mask for Ghostface and Scream 6. Remember that? They definitely could have done that, bro. They definitely could have done that, but they didn't go that route because they wanted to keep Mindy and one of the Frankish. Like, fool, what they gotta do one day in Scream to keep it fresh is make someone in the friend group one of the killers, you know? Like, it's just gonna get boring if we always have our separate killers and our separate friend group. Like, there's no betrayal anymore, you know? There's no betrayal. Like, someone in the literal friend group has to be the killer again, you know? Because, like, Scream 6, Quinn and Jack, Jack, what was his name? Quinn and Ethan, yeah, they were in the friend group, but not really, you know. They were just they infiltrated, you know. It's not like in the first Scream movie where like Billy and Stu were really part of the friend group, you know. And that's why you felt that betrayal at the end of the movie when Sydney finds out that they're the killers, because you're like, oh, I thought they were all friends, you know. But you don't get that a lot in these new Scream movies, because like the friend groups are very separate sometimes, you know. Like in Scream 5, you had Tara's friend group, and then you had Sam separate from that as well, and she somehow comes together with them. But that's understandable because Sam was still like pretty young as well, you know. So yeah, again, Scream 5, yeah, but Richie wasn't in the friend group. Remember that? Richie wasn't in the friend group. Amber was in the friend group, but Richie wasn't. So they gotta go back to two of the killers being in the friend group, you know? And like in the new Scream movie coming out, Scream 7, I highly doubt it's gonna be anyone in the friend group. And they keep pushing this idea that it's someone from Sydney's past, you know? So again, we're not gonna feel that same shock and betrayal, because it's not literally the character's friends in the friend group. It's just maybe one kid, I guess, and someone else from the past, you know. But Scream has to go back to, you know, the killers being literal kids in the friend group. That's how you feel the betrayal at the end, you know. Aporeki says, I'll go to Chuck E. Cheese when it closes. Yeah, that'll be cool. Hey, Aporeki, are you gonna be shooting that scene outside? Well, probably, but yeah, are you gonna be shooting the scene outside of the business? Wicked Milk says, yeah. I also saw some articles about it in the trans thing that he didn't Terrifier 1. Okay, that's cool. You see, I haven't seen that about. Wait, hold on, wait up. Yeah, I also saw some articles about it and the trans thing that he did in Terrifier. Oh, okay, yeah, I remember. Coslizano says, Sister Nemo says, I love that idea. Go for it, seriously. And that'll be cool, right? Wicked Milk says, all good, man. Been playing a lot of Helldivers too lately. Major event happened. 100 plus people playing. That's crazy, bro. 100 plus people playing. That's a gang of people. I hope the servers don't crash. Wicked Milk says 100K plus. Damn. Them servers gonna crash. Jose Gomez says, hello, Frank. I'm playing basketball. That's awesome, bro. Hell yeah. I haven't played basketball in years. I used to be on a basketball team when I was like in 5th grade. That's awesome, bro. Enjoy your game, man. Enjoy your game. Tsusanimo says knives and phones and other props are still around, but the masks and costumes, I think most of them were thrown away because of COVID being around, but some of the masks and costumes I think are still around. Yeah, like I showed, there's still some, like about 3 or maybe 4 masks still around. Oh, yeah, the robes, I believe the robes are gone, because you don't see a lot of the robes up for auction on the prop store from Scream 5. That I believe. The robes, I believe they probably did get rid of those. The masks, though, there's still a few masks around, though. We just saw that. Wolf says, have you seen Iron Lung yet? No, I haven't, bro. I have not yet, man. I have not yet. I haven't, bro. Yeah, I haven't had time, man. Been busy with my band. We're recording right now. We got practice tomorrow, you know, and then I live stream today. So, yeah, you know, bro, I got to find the time to just sit and watch a movie, and that's probably usually after the live stream. But I'll try my best to catch it this weekend, bro. Let me see. Jose Gomez says hello. Jose Gomez Jr. Hello, Jose. How you doing, bro? You just said you're playing basketball, aren't you, Jose? You just said you're playing basketball. Aporeki says, Frank, I'm still waiting for the Ring fan film, man. Yeah, Aporeki, it's gonna take me a while. It's gonna take me a while still, Aporeki, because I'm still filming Halloween Ends. We're gonna be shooting tomorrow a quick scene. And I still gotta finish that. I still gotta finish that movie. After tomorrow's only 4 scenes left. Thank God. I gotta finish that as soon as possible because I want to jump into the next project as well. I'm also gonna be helping my friend. I'm gonna be doing gore effects for his horror movie. So I'm gonna be busy with that in March. And then I'm also gonna be helping that same friend start shooting his movie, maybe like in the summer, I think. So I'll be busy with that. So that Ring fan film is gonna take me maybe like another year or so to do. But it shouldn't be hard though. A Ring fan film, like that's pretty kind of easy, honestly. But yeah. So, and by the fall, I hopefully wanna maybe start shooting my Halloween fan film, the sequel to my original Halloween fan film, The Boogeyman. We want to make The Boogeyman 2 this year, hopefully. We want to make The Boogeyman 2. And hopefully next year I start shooting The Clown. Or maybe this year if I have a gap in between all these projects, I could start shooting Yeah, but most likely, I think the Clown 2 might start shooting maybe towards the end of this year, early next year. And then I still got to find a way to squeeze in my Richard Ramirez fan film in there. So I got a lot of stuff coming up. So yeah, you're gonna have to give me like about another year for that. Or if I could squeeze it in, if I could come up with a really cool, quick story, maybe 10-minute film, I'd be down. But yeah, I gotta find a gap in between all these projects though. Apple Ricky says, I believe that most gore scene would probably be the missing children innocent in my film. That's awesome. The most gory scene would probably be the missing children. Okay, I get you. That would be cool. Yeah, make it gory, bloody. Cosmixano says, I just recently watched People Under the Stairs. That will always be a classic. I just hope they don't remake it. Should stay as a standalone horror film. Yeah. People Under the Stairs. Yeah, it's a classic 90s movie. I think it came out like 91. Wes Craven. Yep. I remember watching that in like when I was a kid as well. Probably like, I don't know, late 90s, early 2000s. Yeah, it had, I think, like a skeleton on the cover, I think, and like a house. Aporiki says, I'm thinking when William stabs Charlie, he stabs her in her stomach, and the knife touches her lungs, and she dies. That's awesome. Yeah, that sounds painfully brutal. Let's keep smashing the thumbs up, guys, right there. Come on. Let's get it up to 20. Everyone, let's get it up to 20. We're almost there. Let's keep smashing the thumbs up, guys. Come on, let's get it up to 20. We are almost there, guys. We are almost there. Let's get it up to 20. We just need 3 more. Let me see. Wolf says, Casezano, the dog scene in that movie cracked me up. For real. In People Under the Stairs. Casezano says, Wolf, that fell out, I know, right? Twisterimo says, if I ever make my Pride slasher film, I would be excited for how people would react to it. But I'm also like, will they hate it and think it's a hate movie? And that's what makes me a bit nervous. Well, I mean, here's the thing about art, bro. You just got to not care. Honestly, art is supposed to, honestly, to be totally honest, bro, art is supposed to offend people sometimes. Art is supposed to be offensive sometimes because sometimes art is supposed to be holding up a mirror to society, you know? So I think that movie will probably hold up a pretty good mirror to society. So yeah, bro, yeah, do it, bro. Do it. The more you offend people with your movie, I think the more popular it'll be, to be honest. Because we live in an era of shock value, bro. Like, okay, let me be honest. Shock value's always been a thing, like, in music, punk rock, and metal music, and horror movies. You know, shock value's always been a thing, you know? But right now, we live, like, in an attention-based society, you know? So shock value is, like, different now. Shock value is reels on Instagram now, you know? When you see someone get, you know, their head blown off or ran over, you know? Like, stuff like that, you know? Shock value now is snuff films, you know? On the deep web and stuff like that, you know? So, and that's offensive, you know? So, yeah, bro. Yeah, make your movie, man. Offend some people, dude. Offend some people. That was like literally the point of the Terrifier movies, I think, was literally to offend people who don't like gore, you know? That was like literally, that's why they're so like over the top, the Terrifier movies. That's why they're so gory, sexual, and disgusting, because they're meant to offend certain people who don't like those kinds of movies. You know what I mean? So yeah, bro, make your movie, man. Make your movie. Castellano says, Twisterimo, every movie gets criticized, but I'm sure it'll be a success. Gotta take the good with the bad. Yeah, bro. Like there's people that comment on, they leave comments on my fan films as well, you know? There's some people that don't like my fan films, you know, like I've gotten comments that say, some guy said one time, Michael Myers isn't a short guy, but other than that, good film. But I was like, this is my actor was standing on a slope, you know? But then I was like, but Michael Myers was like anyway, you know? And then there was another 13 fan film, and he was like, Tommy Jarvis on meth or something. He called my actor Red. Tommy Jarvis on meth. That was pretty funny, though. And then he commented, this is so utterly stupid or something like that. You know, so you just got to learn that. You got to know that there's some people that are going to like it and some people that aren't, you know? And it just doesn't matter. Wicked Milk says, y'all think Stu's returning? Yeah, let's get into that. Let's check. Oh, look at that. Who's there? Look at that, guys. Wicked Milk. Wicked Milk. Thanks for bringing it up. Y'all think Stu's returning. All right, guys, before we get into the Stu stuff, let's keep smashing the thumbs up. Everyone. Let's keep smashing the thumbs up before we get into the Stu stuff. Yeah, man, is Stu coming back? To be or not to be? That is the question, literally, right here, right? Is Stu coming back? Is Stu coming back? But yeah, come on, guys, let's get it up to 19 before we start. Let's get it up to 19. Whoever hasn't smashed the thumbs up yet, smash it, guys. Come on. Whoever hasn't smashed the thumbs up, smash it. Castellano says, you know, I didn't realize that The People Under the Stairs was filmed in LA. Just found that out a few years ago. Yeah, if you watch the movie, you can literally see the streets and stuff. That's the funny thing about living in LA. When you watch a movie that was filmed in LA, you literally could like, hey, I've been there. That's the crazy thing, bro. Yeah, I'll my bad, guys. Okay, yeah, so I've always had this thing, you know, because I pretty much lived in LA my whole life, although I did live up north for like about a year, like 20 years ago. But I've always lived in LA my whole life. And one thing I've noticed that living in LA, and when you watch a movie that's filmed in LA, which most movies were back in the 70s, 80s, 90s, early 2000s, you know, you could easily spot streets, you know, that you're familiar with and stuff. And it kind of takes you out of the immersion of the film, you know? It makes the film seem less realistic because now you're like, well, I know where they shot that scene, so this doesn't even seem real anymore. It just seems like a camera recording some people like reciting lines written on a paper, you know. So yeah, that's the thing about living in LA is that you'll see a lot of film locations that you probably pass by every day, you know. And it's just, and it kind of kills the immersion sometimes, especially nowadays with like high quality HD, 4K, 6K cameras, you know, like you can see the streets clearly, you know, and it kind of ruins the immersiveness of the film, to me at least. But like movies from like the 70s, 80s, 90s, I guess the immersion isn't ruined as much because it was shot on film and the grain of the film still kind of kept things in the background a bit blurry, you know. But nowadays with HD cameras, yeah, it really ruins the immersion of a movie. I think that's why a lot of people don't film it. Honestly, that's one of my theories too, why a lot of studios and stuff don't film in LA anymore, because we pretty much filmed all over the city already, you know? For like the last, over a century that the film industry has been around, we've shot almost everywhere here in LA already. So I could kind of see why some studios would rather go like overseas and shoot stuff, you know, because it's more immersive, especially if you're in locations that your audience or like an average person like me has never been to. Then it's like the story feels more real. You know what I mean? But yeah, Castellano says OG Wicked Milk. No, I don't think so. Twisted Emo says also my Pride slasher film is gonna have this new gen type vibe. It will include tons of real life trends, so it won't have this same old horror movie 70s, 80s vibes. Yeah, you want to go into the future, huh? That's what I kind of want to do with my clown movie. I kind of still wanted to have like some 70s, 80s vibes with a modern touch though as well, you know? With the modern touch, because, you know, the camera phones and stuff like that is pretty cool nowadays, you know? You could film and record, you know? So we could have scenes where someone records my clown, you know, killing someone with some like shoddy footage. So yeah, I get what you're saying though. Castellano says Stu, aka Shaggy. Yeah, he also played Shaggy in that Scooby-Doo movie. Apple Ricky says, bro, I'm in love with my puppet I made. Awesome. Post it on Instagram, Apple Ricky. Post it on Instagram. All right, guys. So yeah, who thinks Stu's alive? Who thinks Stu is alive, guys? Who thinks Stu is alive? Honestly, there was a point about, I don't know, 3 years ago, when I wasn't on board with the idea of Stu being alive. Castellano says, I don't think he's alive. All right, okay, cool. All right, so yeah, like I said, Castellano, like about 3 years ago, and like, what was 3 years ago? Like 2022, I think? Was that 3 years ago? I'm saying 3 years ago is probably like 2023. So like 3 years ago, like I wasn't really on board with the whole thing of Stu being alive. You know, I wasn't really about it because I grew up in the 90s, dude. I grew up in the 90s. And in the 90s, when you watched the first Scream, you thought he was dead. you thought he died, dude. He died, especially because once the TV lands on his face, he's like getting shocked for a few seconds, and he just dies, just dies completely still, bro. Like no breath in him or anything. So to me, he was dead, bro. To me, he was dead. I didn't start hearing these rumors about the Scream 3 Stu coming back and Kevin Williamson until about like, I don't know, maybe like, I want to say maybe like 20. When did I start hearing about this? Like, I think around like 2020, like 2020, 2021 is when I started hearing about this twist that Kevin Williamson originally had for Scream 3 before it got switched because of Columbine. That Stu was gonna be the mastermind, and he was gonna be he oh no 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 no, it was like around Scream 4. I don't know, I think it was like around Scream 4 time, because I remember there was rumors that in Scream 4 that they wanted to have the high school thing as well, and Jill leading the high school ghost faces while Stu controlled them from jail, and stuff like that. So yeah, I didn't start here. Yeah, people were talking about this for a while already, but it didn't start becoming like really, really big until like Scream 2022 came out. But anyways, I wasn't really on board with it because I thought he died, bro. I thought he died for the longest time. I didn't know about him surviving and stuff like that. Like no one started talking about that until like around Scream 4 or a few years after Scream 4, something like that. No one was really talking about Stu being alive until like, yeah, like until like Scream 4 and a few years after Scream 4 and during Scream 2022. That's when, especially during Scream 2022's 2023, that's when people were saying that he was alive. But to me, he was always dead because I remember having one of those big fat TVs like that from the 90s, bro. I remember, bro, I'm 34, almost 35. I remember carrying one of those big fat TVs up our stairs back in our old apartments. Those TVs were heavy, bro. Those TVs were heavy. If you would drop it, like you would hear like bang. You would hear a bang. Like you would feel the floor shake if you dropped one of those TVs. It was a tube TV, bro. That tube inside was glass. It was heavy, dude. And then had a bunch of electrical components inside. So like as a person who got to hold and touch one of those big fat TVs, I always believed he was dead, bro. Because like that shit smashed right through his face. Like the glass broke through his face and his face was inside the TV getting shocked. And like I said, I've held and I touched and I knocked on one of those old tube TVs, and they are hard, bro. They are hard. So I didn't think Stu was alive for the longest time, like I said, until like around Scream 4 when that documentary came out. When Scream 4 was new, there was a new Scream documentary at the time. And that's when I think that's when I first started hearing the thing about Stu Macher being alive from prison and that he was gonna come back for Scream 3. Yeah, it was. I forgot what the documentary was called. Let me see what it was called, but it was in there. It was in there. Yeah, so to me, this wasn't really a big thing until like recently. And I was kind of against it because those TVs, bro, those TVs are huge. They'll smash your face. Wicked Milk says, I want him to be alive. Jumba says, hi, love the wallpaper. Hey, what's up, Jumba? How you doing, Jumba? How you doing? Welcome to Hollywood Horror Film Club. Today's Horror Talk Wednesdays, episode 61. If you're a horror movie fan, please like and subscribe to the channel. Smash the thumbs up, bro, please. Hey, Jumba, please smash the thumbs up. Yeah, get us up to 20. Please, Jumba, get us up to 20 so more people could join us here on the live stream. Please, Jumba, please. So yeah, bro, like I always believed he was dead because those damn TVs were heavy. And like I said, I didn't start hearing this Stu is alive stuff until like that documentary from Scream 4. Let me see. Yeah, I think I heard it in this. Look. I heard it in this documentary back in the day, back in 2011, bro. Think about it. I've been a fan of this Ghostface stuff, well, since the 90s, but think about it, in 2011. In 2011, they were trying to reboot Scream, how it's rebooted now, and it did. I wish we could have gotten the original freaking Scream trilogy from from Kevin Williamson, man. I mean, the original Scream 4 trilogy. Wicked Milk says, ain't no way that TV broke those glasses are held to break, even with the hammer. Also, I didn't even knock him on the impact. We hear grunt, the electrocution we see are from the wires in the back. Yeah, but it definitely smashed his face, though. And he definitely did get electrocuted, though. I've been wanting to test this theory. Recently, I've been wanting to buy an old school tube TV. I've been wanting to buy an old school tube TV recently to test this theory, bro. I don't know how Mythbusters haven't tested this. Out of all the things they have tested, bro, Mythbusters have never tested this. Dude, this is something Mythbusters needs to do. But if anything, I'll do it myself. I'm gonna see if I could buy a cheap tube TV. I'm gonna go to the thrift store and see if I could find one, and then I'm gonna freaking buy see if I could get a rubber mannequin head, and then I'm gonna just but I'm probably gonna need something else though, something that represents a human head better. Like I don't know, bro. Maybe something like I'll probably buy one of those skulls that are really hard and just drop it on there, bro. Because, bro, okay, think about it like this: Wicked Milk. If the TV, if the glass on the TV didn't break, it definitely cracked his skull though and fractured his skull though. Trust. Hey, Wicked Milk. Wicked Milk. If the glass from the TV didn't break, it definitely dented his skull and fractured it, bro. Because damn, that TV falling from a height, it's heavy, dude. It's heavy. Wicked Milk. Like I said, if the glass didn't break on impact through his face, that glass definitely fractured his nose and his freaking face, though. Rogue One says, "What's up, everyone? What did I miss? I'm late again. What's up, Rogue One? How you doing? How you doing, Rogue One? Welcome to another episode of Horror Talk Wednesdays, episode 61, bro. Let us know how your day's been going, Rogue One, and please smash the thumbs up, yeah, Rogue One. Please smash the thumbs up, Rogue One. Get us up to 20, yeah, bro." Get us up to 20, yeah, Rogue One, so we could get more people here in the live stream. Smash the thumbs up, Rogue One, please. Jumba says, do you like Soundwave from Transformers? Yes, I do. Why? What's up? What's up with Soundwave? There's going to be a new Transformers movie, too, in like the next 2 to 3 years, 2028, 2029, around there. I read an article about a few weeks ago on that. Apple Ricky says, I have my friend Voice Henry Emily for the voice recorder. That's awesome, Apple Ricky. Justinimo says, Hard Ice Killer gotta be insanely strong to lift that one fat cop with the flagpole. Yeah. And that was I think that was the girl one, huh? Hey, Twisted Emo, the Hard Eyes that lifts up the cop with the pole, that was the girl one when they're in the police station. Jumba says, what's going on in the background crying? What's going on in the background crying? Oh, I don't know, probably like my little sister and stuff, and my nieces yelling and stuff, you know? We got a lot of kids here. Yeah, but guys, yeah, dude, like I said, though, I've been wanting to buy a tube TV, bro, to test this theory. Wicked Milk, I've been wanting to buy a tube TV to test this theory did Stu Macher die, you know? And like I said, that's something Mythbusters should have done a long time ago, you know? But yeah, dude, but honestly, like now, at this point, I don't care if Stu's alive or not. I don't care. I got past the point of caring. Honestly, to me, it's not even about the killer reveal anymore. Like I said last time, to me, it's just about seeing Ghostface in action now. I don't really care about the reveal anymore. The shock of the reveals ended in Scream 4 for me. That was the last time I was ever shocked at who the killers were. That was the last time I was ever shocked. That was the last time. Scream 4, yeah, dude. Who knew, right, at that time, watching Scream 4, that was going to be the last time I was ever going to be shocked at a killer reveal. Yeah, because Scream 5, they definitely spoiled their killer reveal when they showed the shot of Amber on fire on the stove. Also the shot of when Melissa Barrera, or I should say Sam Carpenter, stabbing Richie. Those shots, you could see Jack Quaid's flannel, you know, the costume he's wearing, you know, the blue flannel. So you automatically knew he was one of the killers because she was going to town on him, you know, with a knife. Scream 6, the killer reveals got spoiled in the YouTube shorts or reels, whatever you want to call them. The spoiler I saw for Scream 6 was the one where Ethan is maskless and Tara's hanging from that pole thing in the ceiling, and he's trying to cut her up, stab her and stuff, you know. So that's how that was spoiled for me. Quinn also in Scream 6, I think I saw a reel of her when she gets hit with the brick, I think. That's how that was spoiled. Scream 7, you better believe it's going to get spoiled on YouTube, you know? So that's why the killer reveals aren't even shocking anymore. Jumba says, bye, I'm leaving. Later on, Jumba. Jumba says, well, oh, okay, later on, Jumba, take care. Apple Ricky says, I'm very excited for you to see I'm very excited for y'all to see is the marionette. That's awesome, Apple Ricky. Post it on your Instagram. Tristarimo says, I don't plan on making a sequel to my Pride slasher film because I want it to be a lone movie with no sequels, no remakes, nothing. That's awesome. Yeah, bro. Keep it OG. Keep it OG. Keep it OG. So yeah, that's how Scream 5 and Scream 6 were spoiled for me. And that's crazy. You know why? Because back during when Scream 4 came out, there was already YouTube and people did post a spoiler as well. But I didn't see the spoiler at that time. At that time, I didn't see the spoiler on YouTube. I actually saw the whole movie and was shocked that, you know, I think that's what ruins the reveal for the Scream movies. Is like that nowadays you could just post the spoiler on Instagram or YouTube. Back during Scream 4, you were able to do that, but not everybody was doing that. You know, for some reason, people weren't like spoiling movies. Wasn't really like a culture. It's kind of like a culture now. Movie spoilers is like its own little culture now. But back in 2011, when the Scream 4 came out, there was no like movie spoiler culture, none of that. You know, there was none that didn't exist back then. Movie spoiler culture. But yeah, if you look on YouTube though, there is the spoiler of Scream 4 though. But luckily, I saw the whole movie first. Let me see. Tosanimo says, if Stu survived a TV, then Ethan can too. Yeah, you see, that's the thing. If Stu was able to survive the TV, that opens up the door for other killers to be able to survive, you know? Yeah, you know? So yeah, Ethan could be alive too. Crystal Bad Bear. What's up, Crystal Bad Bear? How you doing? How you doing? If you're new here to the channel, welcome to Hollywood Horror Film Club. Today is Horror Talk Wednesdays, episode 61. Please like and subscribe to the channel and smash the thumbs up if you're a horror movie fan. Please get us up to 22 so more people can join us here on the live stream, please. And let us know what your favorite scary movie is, Crystal. What is your favorite scary movie, Crystal? Let us know. But yeah, definitely Ethan is still alive if Stu was able to survive the TV. Also, if Stu is alive, is he going to have like scars on his face, you know? Is he going to be all disfigured? Because for sure, if the TV didn't kill him, for sure, he has fractures to his face because a tube TV like that is heavy. A tube TV like that is very heavy. So you know, if he didn't die, he for sure has some dents to his skull or something. Apariki says, my puppet is all touched up and clean. It's my bad, guys, had a burp. It's my OCD. I want him to look perfect. That's awesome. That's awesome, Apple Ricky. That is awesome. That is awesome. Glad to hear. Glad to hear. Yeah, that is awesome. But yeah, I saw that. I first started hearing about this this Stu Macher stuff returning back in this documentary. Check it out, guys. I heard this information back in this documentary back in like 2011. So this was a new documentary at the time. At the time, Scream 96, with the Scream franchise was about 15 years old in 2011. Yeah, in 2011, the Scream franchise was about 15, 16 years old, you know? So I first heard this information in this documentary about Stu coming back, but being in prison and it changing due to Columbine. So yeah, this news has been around, but no one really cared about it that much until like I said, until I guess like the Scream the TV series and then the Scream 2022. That's when all this like started becoming really big theory, you know, that Stu was alive. Apple Ricky says, I did wash him. I rolled him to get hair and fabric. That's awesome, Apple. OG Wicked Milk says, they gotta test that for real, Frank. Want to buy some TVs, smash them, laughing my ass off. Yeah, bro. Like I'm telling you, bro, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Eventually, when I have some extra cash lying around, I'm just gonna go with my brother to the thrift store and want to bring back a TV, and I'm even gonna make a YouTube video of it here on the channel. Watch. I'm even gonna document it. I'm gonna start making like my own MythBusters videos for horror movies, you know. So would this really have killed someone in a horror movie, you know? And then we're gonna test the garage thing too, and then we'll test the garage thing as well, like Tatum, you know. So yeah, bro, I could come up with the whole series right here about this stuff. But yeah, bro, I'm definitely gonna try my best to get a tube TV in the coming months or so, you know, when I have some extra cash lying around. Try to get a realistic like mannequin head or something close enough to a human head, and then just dump it on there, you know, just dump it on the skull and see what happens, you know, because more than likely, if your face doesn't break through the glass, that glass is gonna shatter your skull or dent your skull, though. For sure, break your nose if it lands straight on your nose. So that's what I mean. Or it could probably kill you too, because it could smash your nose bone into your brain, you know. So yeah, so bro, it's like, you know, it's questionable. Crimson, what's up, Crimson? How you doing? How you doing, Crimson? How you doing? Glad to see you here on the channel. Another episode of Horror Talk Wednesdays. Today's episode 61, bro. Hell yeah, bro. Please smash the thumbs up. Yeah, Crimson. Get us up to 22, please, Crimson. Get us up to 22, please, Crimson. So more people can join us here on the channel. Please, bro. Please. And how you doing, Crimson? How's your day been? How's your week been, man? How's your week been? Let us know. Tisanimo says, bro, you gotta see Poison Props new 2026 animatronics. They're insane. My favorite one for some reason is the Corn Stalker. That's cool. That sounds cool. Hey, could you like tag me? Let me see those props. Hey, could you tag me in a post? Twistanimo, could you tag me in a post and show me those props? Twistanimo says the Corn Stalker is so silly but realistic and would scare anyone if you put it in a cornfield. That sounds awesome. That sounds awesome. All right, guys, so I've been hearing some news about a new Jeepers Creepers movie. Everyone, listen up. We're going to get into some horror movie news that I've heard. So, yeah, listen up, guys. Apparently, there's going to be a new Jeepers Creepers movie. I've been hearing a lot of rumors about it, but let's see what it says. While there's no official confirmed Jeepers Creepers 5 currently in production as of early 2026, social media buzz and fan-made trailers suggest excitement for a potential 2025 release with new mythology, possibly involving college archaeologists, with some reports mentioning stars like Thomas Doherty and Caitlin Dever, and even a possible return of Jonathan Breck, though these are speculative until an official announcement are made. You see? So there is a chance that there could be a new movie. Listen up, guys. There's going to be a new Jeepers Creepers movie. There's a big rumor. There's a big rumor. Let me see. Tostadimo says it's just a regular looking cornstalk, but it's just a jump scare prop. Oh, I get you. It's like a plant looking thing, huh? Aporeki says, I posted my puppet on my Instagram story. I'll check it out after the live stream. Tostadimo says, can't wait to see it, Aporeki. Yeah, I'll check it out after the live stream. So listen up, guys. Listen up. So yeah. So right here it says, AI overview on Google. Wow, there's no officially confirmed Jeepers Creepers 5 currently in production as of early 2026. Social media and buzz and fan-made trailers suggest excitement for a potential 2025 release with new mythology, possibly involving college archaeologists, with some reports mentioning stars like Thomas Doherty and Caitlin Dever, and even a possible return of Jonathan Breck, though these are speculative until official announcements are made. That's cool though. But that sounds kind of good though. That sounds pretty good. It sounds kind of real to me. It sounds kind of real to me because I've been hearing a lot of rumors about Jeepers Creepers 5 or I forgot what number we're on already, but yeah. That's definitely interesting though. That is definitely interesting. Aporeki says, I can't wait for you to see it, Twisted. Yeah. We'll check it out after the live stream, Apple Ricky. Now let's check out some more Scream 7 news. Some more Scream 7 news. Oh yes, Scream 7 gets Super Bowl trailer and first IMAX release in franchise history. Oh guys, I just found out something cool. Guys. Just says Spirit Halloween has the prop called Emmeline, and its mechanism is a scissor mech that makes the prop fly forward. And I'm wondering what if they make a Foxy prop because he flies forward towards a guy. That would be awesome. That would be cool, bro. That would be totally cool. Apple Reggie says all of you to see my fan film. Yeah, can't wait to see it until it's done. Tristanimo says in Spirit does reuse mechanisms from old props as well. That's cool, bro. I didn't know that. I did not know that. All right, we got some Scream 7 news right here, guys. We got some Scream 7 news. We got some Scream 7 news. Everyone listen up. We got some Scream 7 news. Twistanimo says, and Haunters call them Redskins. Redskins? Redskins. That sounds the same, but that sounds cool too. Sounds badass. All right, guys, listen up. So we got some Scream 7 news right here. Yahoo.com is reporting. Scream 7 fan event announced. Watch it before everyone else does. Everyone listen up. There's a Scream 7 fan event announced. I guess it's like an early screening. Let's read about it. So Paramount Pictures unveiled new plans that give audiences an early path into the world of Scream 7. The studio announced a special fan screening tied to the film's release window, offering select viewers a chance to see the next chapter ahead of its wide theatrical opening. How fans can watch Scream 7 before original release date. Fans can watch Scream 7 before its official release date on February 27, 2026 by attending the opening night fan events screening on Thursday, February 26 at 6 p.m. local time. Paramount Pictures confirmed that event will take place in select IMAX locations and other premium formats. Let me see. These include Dolby Cinema, 4DX, ScreenX, X4D, and Cinema. Oh, cool. So they should have it at my theater. And Dolby Cinema. And Cinemark XD. Oh, you guys hearing this? So if you guys want to watch Scream 7 early, you're going to be able to. It's, let's see what it says. Look, check it out. You can't really see right here, though. I got to turn on the light. It's time to face your past, Sydney. Be one of the first to see Scream 7 at our special opening night fan event on Thursday, February 26th at 6 p.m. and get this exclusive collector's print while supplies last in participating theaters, only in theaters February 27th. According to Paramount Pictures, ticket holders. So listen up, guys. You guys got to get tickets, though. We got to get tickets for this. I think you got to buy them. But let me see what it says. According to Paramount Pictures, ticket holders attending the advanced fan screening of Scream 7 will also enjoy special content curated for this event and receive a limited edition collector's print commemorating the 30th anniversary of Scream to be given away at their local theater on the date of the event. While supplies last, tickets for both the fan event and general release go on sale Monday, February 9th. Yeah, that's this Monday, 2026 at 6 a.m. Fans can purchase tickets for the early screening starting February 9th. So if you guys want to go to this early screening of Scream 7, listen up, guys. Paramount is having an early screening of Scream 7 on February 26th, a day before the official release. All right? So tickets go on sale this Monday. I think this Monday. Tickets go on sale. I think this Monday. Fans can purchase tickets for the early screening starting February 9th by visiting screammovie.com/see it first. They can also buy tickets through Fandango's exhibitor's website and mobile apps, and participating theater box offices nationwide. Kevin Williamson directs the film and co-writes it with Guy Busick, James Vanderbilt. Busick developed the story. The cast features Neve Campbell, Isabel May, Jasmine Savoy Brown, Mason Gooding, and Anna Camp. It also includes David Arquette, Michelle Randolph, Jimmy Tatro, McKenna Grace, and Asa German. Other cast members are Celeste O'Connor, Sam Rechner, Mark Consuelos, Tim Simmons or Simons, Matthew Lillard, Joe McCall or McHale, and Courtney Cox. The synopsis reads: when a new Ghostface killer emerges in the quiet town where Sydney Prescott, Neve Campbell, has built a new life, her darkest fears are realized as her daughter Isabel May becomes the next target. The film is produced by William Sherrock, James Vanderbilt, and Paul Neinstein. Originally reported by okay, so yeah, guys, there is going to be an early screening of Scream 7, on February 26, 2026. And you could get tickets at screammovies.com. See it first. So yeah, guys, I'm just waiting to see how much the tickets are going to be, though. I really want to go to this. And it says they're going to have it at Dolby Cinema, so that's going to be one of my theaters has that. So it should be there. So I want to see how much the ticket is first. If it's like $200, nah, forget it. I'll just go see it on the regular release date, you know? But if it's like in the neighborhood of like, I don't know, maybe 50, 60, something like that, I'm down. I'm down to go. If it's in the neighborhood of like 50, 60, even $80, I'm down. But if it's like over $100 just to attend, you know, nah, not down. But if it's like I said, if it's like in between like, you know, the 80s, even $90, that's still cool with me. But yeah, I do want to go to this. I thought it was going to be at the Paramount lot here in LA, but it looks like it's going to be a nationwide thing because it says select theaters. It says in Dolby Cinema theaters and Cinemark. So I'm pretty sure this is only going to be in theaters that have a Dolby Cinema, IMAX and stuff like that. So I'm pretty sure that's so yeah, I just want to see how much the tickets are, you know. But I really thought it was gonna be for at the Paramount lot, because I think last night some people already got to see an early screening of Scream 7. Like they were giving out popcorn buckets. I saw on the Scream Instagram they were giving out popcorn buckets. There was like celebrities already there at the early screening, you know. So it's like yeah. So yeah, some people have already seen it, you know. And I kind of, but it's like crazy because like. It's like this early screening is only a day before the official release, you know? So like I said, if it's over $100 to attend the early screening, I'm not down because I could just go watch it for cheaper the day after, you know? But if it's like relatively like whatever, I'm down. But yeah, like I said though, this is not only going to be an LA thing. It looks like it's going to be a nationwide thing. So yeah, check in your local theaters if they're going to have the early screening of Scream 7. If you guys want to see it early. Let me see what else. What I miss, guys. What I miss. Apple Ricky said, I didn't wash him. I rolled him to get hair and fabric off. Awesome, Apple Ricky. Sounds cool. Sounds like you're very artistic. What did you do? I didn't wash him. I rolled him to get hair and fabric off. Oh, okay. You were just trying to clean him up. I get you. Wicked Milk says, they got to test that for real. Frank, want to be some TV smashing? Yeah, bro, that's crazy, right? I'm going to get a TV. Watch Wicked Milk. In the coming weeks, I'm going to see if I could get a tube TV. And I'll probably test it outside my new apartment. Crimson says, yo, what's up? I'm making a Springtrap head from Five Nights at Freddy's. That's awesome, Crimson. That's awesome, bro. Hey, Crimson, do you have Instagram? Bro? Crimson, do you have Instagram so I can see that prop, bro? I would love to see it, man. It sounds awesome. Justinimo says, bro, you got to see Poison props. New 2026 animatronics. They're insane. My favorite one is My favorite one for some reason is the Corn Stalker. So Cinema says the Corn Stalker is so silly but realistic. And okay, I read that. Aporeki says, all of you to see the film. Tosanimo says, in spirit. Okay, we read that. Tosanimo says, a scare actor scared me one time. I screamed my lungs out to the point I couldn't really speak for a bit and my voice was squeaky. Yeah, they scared the living out of you, huh? Tosanimo says, also the way you pronounce Reskins. Oh, it's Reskins. Oh, Reskins. Oh, my bad, bro. I'm an idiot, dude. I'm a stoner, man. Tosanimo says, my theater loves to play movies really early, like days before the official release, so I see most movies extremely early. That's awesome, Tosanimo. You're lucky. You are lucky. Aporeki says, people also name their babies Tatum or Sydney after Scream. That is true. Tosanimo says, ever heard of the band Gwar? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Tosanimo says, they have an actor dressed as Trump, except they make him look fat and they disembowel him, and some other famous celebrities they find out they're annoying or racist and just make jokes about them. That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny, bro. That's pretty funny. All right. Let me see. Now we got. Aporeki says, because it'd be funny. Tosanimo says, also, yes, I will tag you in a post what Poison Props 2026 animatronics look like. Tosanimo says, be right back. All right, bro, all right. All right, we got some Strangers Chapter 3 news right here, guys. We got some Strangers Chapter 3 news right here. What does it say? YakimaHerald.com is reporting. YakimaHerald.com is reporting. Marine K7S5T. What's up, Marine? How you doing? Oh my God, your mask collection. Thank you so much. You want to see it quick? Should have turned on the light earlier. What's up, Marine? What's up, Marine? If you're new here to the channel, please like and subscribe to the channel. Welcome to Hollywood Horror Film Club. Today is Horror Talk Wednesdays, episode 61. Like I said, please like and subscribe. And Marine says, oh my God, your mask collection. Yes, show them off. Well, let me see. I'll show you quick. Right here we got the Ghostface collection. Look. This is the Ghostface section. Ghostface section right here. I got some more Ghostface stuff right here. Check it out, look. I got more Ghostface stuff in here. And then we got the Michael Myers collection, the Halloween collection right here. Look at that. We got the Halloween collection. We got another Ghostface mask here. My aged Ghostface mask I rehauled. Then we got my other, this is the mask. That's the mask we used in my Ghostface fan film. This mask was used in my Scream fan film, the Ghostface, and so was this one. So was this one in the back. That one was also used in my Scream fan film. Both of these are screen used. Then we got all the Halloween. Most of these Michael Myers masks are screen used, except for a few. We got Chucky. Oh yeah, we got. Oh, that's my Scream 3 Roman mask. Can't show that yet though too much. We got the Jason section. So yeah, we got my Bloody Billy shirt. Look at that, the Bloody Billy Loomis shirt right there. I still gotta put more stuff up though. I've been lazy. I still got some stuff in my trunk I gotta put up. But yeah, that's Jason right there as well. You know, most of the Tots masks. I just need a few. Yeah, we got the Nightwing mask right here as well. But yeah. And I got another new Michael Myers mask, but I'm not gonna show that one yet until I do a review of it. But yeah. Marine says, so fire. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Marine says, please give me a horror movie recommendations, please. All right, watch Halloween, watch Scream, watch Nightmare on Elm Street, watch Terrifier, watch Friday the 13th, watch Jaws, watch the first two Terminator movies. Could be kind of horror. Yeah, dude, yeah, there's a lot of horror movies. Just go on Marine, just go on Google and type in good horror movies and you'll get a bunch. Apple Ricky says, damn, Twisted said he'll be right back. That means he won't be back. Yeah, Ghostface is going to get him. Apple Ricky says, I might watch Scream 2 after. Awesome, Apple Ricky. I was watching Scream 3 earlier. Twisted Emo retracted his message. Twisted Emo says, I'm back. Tagged you. Awesome, bro. Awesome. Thank you. Marine says, Terminator 2. Watched it yesterday. Awesome. Yeah, Terminator 2 is great. I love the first Terminator movie more, though. Apple Ricky says, it's Scream 96 reference Twisted. Yeah. When Randy's like, I'll be right back. When he tells Stu the rules and stuff. Well, Stu says, I'll be right back. Marine says, what's your favorite Scream? My favorite Scream is the original Scream. The first, like, I love all the movies. I think my second favorite sequel is Scream 4, but my favorite one is the original Scream. Scream 96. It was perfectly scary. Ghostface was brutal, you know? Ghostface was actually very scary in the first movie. Very, very scary. They started making him kind of more funny in the second and third one, honestly. Tristan Emo says, they made a human centipede animatronic, by the way. That is badass. All right, guys, we got some more horror movie news right here. Now we got some strangers news. Right here. So YakimaHerald.com is reporting. Check it out. YakimaHerald.com is reporting that Madeline Pesh is done with The Strangers after Chapter 3 for now. You guys heard that? That Madeline Pesh is done with The Strangers Chapter 3 for now. Let me see. Tosadimo says, Halloween 4, Michael was a lot scarier in that one. Yeah, he was big and scary. The mask looked creepy too. Halloween 4 and the burnt hands. Apple says, I'm excited to see Scream 7 because Stu my favorite. Yeah, that's awesome, Apple right? I love Stu as well. He's cool as hell. But yeah, let's get into it, guys. Madeline Pesh has been on quite a ride with The Strangers. In the Pacific Northwest set and Slovakia short horror trilogy, Pesh's Maya has had to battle everything from the sadistic titular trio of mass murders to enormous killer boar. They send after her out in the woods. However, her long horror nightmare is coming to an end as the reboot of the classic 2008 film, which began with 2024's Chapter 1 and continued with last year's Chapter 2, concludes with the final installment, Chapter 3, in theaters this week. Friday. Yeah, Friday I'm going to be at the theater. In an interview last month, maybe Friday or Saturday, depends. In an interview last month, what she said was her final day in the world of Maya. The Port Orchard-born actor reflected on her horror journey and how the series evolved over the past several years. It's bittersweet. I'm really proud of myself and the world that we've created. I hope that people love what we've done so much as I love what we've done, Pesh said. I don't know if I'm pronouncing her name wrong, bro. At the same time, I'm going to miss this film and these films and this character and what we've built. She said to see the series come to an end, While she's sad to see the series come to an end, Pesh said that she's open to doing something similar in the future, though a challenge. She was glad to have a character like Maya, who finds herself donning the mask in the final part, who she could see the full journey of. It's funny. I think if you had asked me in the middle of the process, I would tell you absolutely the expletive not the expletive. Wait, what? I can't read this sentence. I would tell you absolutely not. And now that I've been done with it, what a blessing it is to have the beginning, middle, and end of a character arc right in front of me. Pesh said, I would absolutely shoot 3 movies again if it was the right project and it called for it like this one did. The project frequently changed over the course of the production, Pesh said. She worked collaboratively with director Rennie Harlan to help reshape Maya's story. It's always ended the same, but we did a lot of crafting the character together. Pez said we were kind of rewriting these movies as we were shooting, which is a bit of a which is a little bit of a what does that say? Fox. I can't read that word. Pass in filmmaking, but because I'm the only one in it, it's okay. Laughs. It only really affected me. The changes didn't stop rewrites following the release of the first film. Harlan told Hollywood Reporter last year that they went back for 28 days of additional photography. Chapter 3 received 3 of those weeks in response to audience feedback. We went and we reshot a lot of stuff for both and subsequent 2 films. Petch said, pointing out one scene early in the first film of the mass killer Scarecrow locking eyes with the character as something they expanded on. There was something about that moment that felt so charged. Then as we started editing movie 2, we were like, wait, there's this really weird unspoken chemistry that's strangely intimate between Maya and Scarecrow. Let's unpack that more in movie 3. So a lot of the scenes you're seeing between Maya and Scarecrow, we chose to go and enhance and to make because of the relationship. The first film into being more of a dark romance of sorts, where the cold violence that surrounds Maya starts to become more personal. For Petch, the way the production unfolded allowed for her to find these moments they might have otherwise discovered. We always knew where it was going to end, but now we got there. Was surprising to all of us. That was the beauty of having this experience where we could evolve as the movies evolve. Petch said, as we were the only production, I believe, other than the Lord of the Rings, that shot 3 films at once under the Actors Union. So you have to use the information, that you have to reshape these films as you go on. Though much of the film is left potentially unresolved, including a bit of the cliffhanger, Petch said, the series is something that she's going to step away from to focus on other projects. I think for now, this is the closing chapter for Maya. I'll never say never, but I think for my own mental health, I need to walk away and have other experiences. Petch said, making a film where you're this psychologically tormented for so many years is troubling and definitely spiked my cortisol. While Petch said that she can't share what projects she's excited for after The Stranger, she hints that she won't be entirely done with horror. She's not satisfying. She's not straying far from the genre. No matter what she takes on next, she said that she still has the same excitement from where she first performed as a kid at the Western Washington Center for the Arts, and that acting is still what she wants to do forever. Oh yeah, that's crazy though. That's crazy that she doesn't. That's crazy that she doesn't want to do the movies no more because of the psychological torment and effect that the horror movies can have on you, especially playing a victim. That's crazy. That's crazy. But there you have it, guys. The Strangers Chapter 3 this Friday. Like I said, I'll probably go see it Friday, but if not Friday, definitely Saturday. So I think I might go out to a party on Friday. So maybe Saturday, post-party, cure that post-party depression. Ryan Miller says, hello. What's up, Ryan Miller? How you doing? How you doing, Ryan Miller? I haven't seen you here on the channel in a while, bro. How you doing? Ryan Miller says, what up, Frank? How you doing, bro? How you doing? How you doing? Glad to see you here on another episode of Horror Talk Wednesdays, episode 60, bro. Please smash a thumbs up. Yeah, Ryan Miller? If you haven't, bro, please get us up to 24 so more people can see the live stream when it goes up. Please, bro, let us know what you've been up to, Ryan Miller, what you've been up to. Apple says, I'm feeling a little woozy here. Yeah, Stu Mocker. Justinimo says, and it scared me a lot, and my heart was actually pounding, and I knew the silhouette was actually Michael Myers. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. You got scared, huh? Justinimo says, I had a dream one time I was with some friends on Halloween, and we were riding our bikes around town until I saw a silhouette of a man walking distance behind some trees near the houses. Yeah. And then you said it scared you, right? That it was Michael Myers. Yeah, bro. I remember having a dream too of Michael Myers. I had a dream of Halloween 2 Michael Myers. I had a dream that I was walking in a dark alley with like the blue lighting, literally like in the movie, and that Michael was literally standing in front of me with his Halloween 2 mask on. You couldn't see his eyes or nothing. Just Michael mask, collar up, dark, So yeah, I know where you're coming from. Marin says, I like the way he made The Strangers seem like it was based on real event. Yeah, The Strangers is cool. Some people complain about this new trilogy, but I actually liked it. I thought it was a fun trilogy. It was entertaining. Marine says the Stranger's ending was creepy as AF. Which one though? The first movie or chapter 4? Aporeki said, okay, we read that. Which one? Which one, Marine? The original Strangers or the new ones? Ticerimo says, I was on Google Maps, which is going around on Street View until I noticed 2 guys scuba diving outfits chasing the Google Maps car. I've seen funny things on Google Maps before, but this made me laugh. That's crazy. That's crazy. 2 guys in scuba diving? That's wild. Aporeki says, corn syrup, same stuff they use for pig's blood and carry. Yes, that's a slide from Billy Loomis in Scream 96. Wicked Milk says, oh, hell yeah. What, do you like The Strangers Chapter 3, Wicked Milk? I'm going to go see it probably Friday or Saturday. Aporeki says, what's Leatherface doing here? There goes my chance to sit. That's Randy when he tells Stu that, and then Stu goes like this as he walks away. Jose Gomez says, I'm watching Terminator 1984. That's awesome, bro. That's a horror movie itself, Terminator 1984. I love to, honestly, I know a lot of people like Terminator 2, but honestly love Terminator 1 more because it's more of a horror film. Maureen says, the new one. All right, yeah, the new ones have been ending creepy. This chapter 2 ended with Pinup Girl, I think, dying after she gets ran over. I think Madeline Pesh is probably going to become the new Pinup Girl because it looks like she's like falling in love with Scarecrow, Sackhead guy. You know what I mean? And that's also crazy that Madeline Pesh, she doesn't want to do these type of horror movies anymore for now, I guess, playing victims because she says it's psychologically draining. I could understand why though. Imagine like always going to a set. You have to get in that mindset that you're this girl, that you're tormented, that you're hurt, that you're running for your life. And then plus these stranger movies, these new ones are all shot in the cold, bro. They're all filmed in like really cold climates, you know? So damn, imagine how this chick must have been running around in the state of Washington in the cold, in some woods, barefooted, with just some like a jacket on and a bathroom gown on, you know? The bra, you know? I could understand why. I would be cold. Aporeki says, does Randy die in Scream 1? In Scream? Yeah, he dies in Scream 2, unfortunately. Spoiler on like a 30-year-old movie. Tostinimo says, I want to do a Hard Eyes haunted house, but instead of recreating rooms from the movie like in Halloween Horror Nights does, I want to do a tunnel of love type house with Hard Eyes after you. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. That is awesome. Aporeki says, I'm new to the Scream lore. That's awesome, Aporeki. That's cool. That's cool. You'll learn it. It's simple. The Scream lore, I think, is more simple than the Halloween lore or the Friday the 13th lore or the Nightmare on Elm Street lore. I think the Scream lore is the most simple lore to follow, honestly, because it's the most consistent movies. Like Scream has reboots. Scream doesn't have remakes, you know? The Scream franchise does reboots, but they don't do full-on remakes, you know? Because Scream movies usually take place, like, in real time, you know? Like, in the time we're living on, in literally, you know? So yeah. So, Aporeki, eventually you'll learn the lore, because the Scream lore is, like, the most simple lore to follow, honestly, than any other horror movie. Like, the Friday the 13th lore is kind of all over the place as well. The Halloween lore is all over the place. The Nightmare on Elm Street is kind of all over the place as well, too, you know? So, yeah, I honestly think the Scream lore is the most consistent and the most easy to follow. Aporeki says, do you think Scream remake even be good? Nah, it wouldn't work. It wouldn't work because a Scream movie always takes place in real time. Like the literal year we're living in, you know? So the first Scream movie was like was holding up a mirror to like that generation, you know? So when Scream 96 came out, that movie was holding up a mirror to that generation, you know? So Scream remakes wouldn't really work in my opinion because they always take place in real time with a brand new killer, a brand new motive, you know? When brand new technology, and technology just keeps progressing forward. Scream movies do not regress backwards. Scream movies progress forward because of technology, and Ghostface uses that technology. So honestly, I think Scream would be the dumbest movie to ever remake. Honestly. What they could do is have flashbacks to to older movies, you know, to scenes we only heard but didn't see happening in the film, you know. Twisted Emo says, my favorite 2025 animatronic from Spirit Halloween is Two-Face Teddy. When his name was revealed in a teaser, everyone thought he was a teddy bear prop, but no, he's actually a clown. That's awesome. I don't think I've seen that one yet. Apple Ricky says, you think I can do my version of Scream? Yeah, you just got to learn the lore first. Twisted Emo says, and the other clown props like Head Case Harry, Trick or Treat Pete, and Bullseye were released. That's cool. I didn't think I saw those, bro. Well, that sounds awesome, though. Ooh. Twisted Emo says Two-Face Teddy is in my is my profile. Oh, okay, cool. I'll look at it later though. Let me see if I can see it right now. I can't really see it too close. Yeah, I'll look at it later though when I'm off the channel. No, give me a second, guys. Give me a second. All right, guys, we got 5 more minutes left. We got 5 more minutes left. You guys got any questions left? Start asking them now. We got 5 more minutes left in the chat, guys. We got 5 more minutes left. We've got 5 more minutes left. You guys got any last questions? Ask them now. In 5 minutes, the live is ending. Be back. Twisted Emo says his head just spins around to reveal a second face, and he's won $30, $130. I think too, and there's only one in stock left. Should I get him? Yeah, bro, get it. Get it, man. If you got the money, get it, man. This is my belief. If you have the money, might as well buy it, you know? If you have the money, might as well buy it, bro. Yeah, make yourself happy, bro. Buy that shit. That's what I always do when I have money. I go myself and buy myself some masks or something, you know? Something that looks nice in the room. Yeah, bro. If you got the money, buy it. Ain't no shame up in there, bro. Hell yeah. Twisted Emo says, I might get him for my birthday. That's awesome, Twisted. That's awesome, bro. Hell yeah. That sounds awesome. Aporeki says, I think I might do a Scream. The killers would be named Alex and Isaac. The main girl would be named Danielle. That's awesome, Apple. Yeah. Yeah, a Scream movie is very cheap to make. Aporeki. A Scream fan films are very, very cheap to make. Very, very cheap. They're cheap. All you need is just a Ghostface costume. That's cheap. A Ghostface mask. That's cheap. You would just need to buy the knife and some blood, and that's it. Yeah, a Scream fan film will be very cheap to make, honestly. Tsusanimo says, you got to look up Two-Face Teddy, Head Case Harry to see who's better because they're pretty similar. All right, I'll check it out. I'll check it out later, dude. Hell yeah. I'll check it out, man. Aporeki said, I picture Isaac being like Billy and Alex being like Stu Macher. Yeah, that sounds cool. That sounds cool. Move, get away. Tistanimo says my dog is a bigum. That's awesome, bro. I was just playing with my Chihuahua right now. Apple Ricky says it's like Scream 96, but their names are changed. That's awesome. Yeah, that's awesome, Apple Ricky. Sounds cool. We got 2 more minutes, guys. 2 more minutes. One more minute. All right, guys. Thank you so much, Hollywood Horror Film Club, Ghostface and Michael Myers Collectors, for joining me here on the channel for another episode of Horror Talk Wednesdays. Today was episode 61. Like I always say, please smash the like and subscribe button. It really helps us out a lot in the algorithm. Smash the bell notification to be notified when I go live or upload new videos here on the channel. Hit the comments below. Share these videos with everyone you know so we can keep making more horror content here on the channel. Also, follow me on Instagram for more horror content, linked down in the description of this live. And if you'd like to leave a donation to the channel, Cash App link also below. Sometimes we run out of fake blood, props, and stuff for our movies. If not, just keep smashing the thumbs up right there. Tistanimo says whenever he lays down on his butt, he looks so chunky and he slowly moves his head up for some reason and slowly closes his eyes before getting up. That's awesome, bro. Hell yeah. I'll check it out later. Tistanimo says, see ya, Frank. Take care, bro, everyone. Take care. I'll see you guys next time.